Hi, it's Kate here. Happy Friday afternoon for anybody who has decided to jump on. It's been such a strange week here with lockdowns finishing midweek and then kind of getting back into routine. So yeah, it's been a little while since I've been on here, but I just thought I'd want to share a little bit with you, g'day Kelly, this afternoon, a couple of little nuggets and little gems that came through to me when I was looking at a book that I've been reading. So the book's called Beyond Behaviours by Mona Delahooke, and she's just got so many wonderful ideas and really resonates with the work that I've been doing, but she puts it into such a great framework and really fits in really nicely. And I thought I'd just share one of the ways in which she describes working with kids and teens and even adults in terms of the approach. So sort of that bit of framework. So one of the terms she sort of uses is thinking about whether it's concerns, mental health difficulties, behavioural challenges, whatever it might be, but coming at it from either a bottom-up sort of perspective and or a top-down perspective. So the bottom-up perspective is really looking at sort of the neurology and the biology, I suppose, of children and their development and people, and looking at sort of their sensory world, their interoception and neuroception, all those things that could be impacting on a child's or teen's behaviour or the challenges that they're having at the moment, whatever that is that they've kind of come to therapy or asked for some support with, or the parents have been noticing. So the bottom-up approach could be looking at, like what's their development been like, what's their sleep like, what's their, their food intake like, what's their sensory kind of experiences seem to be like, and all those kinds of things that can impact on a child's behaviour and presentation and difficulties and emotion regulation ability. So really making sure those things are being attended to and really kind of becoming very aware of any unsettled kind of experiences in the way their body is experiencing the world, the way that they're kind of feeling in their body needs to be kind of looked at as first and foremost, I suppose, and looking at where they are sort of developmentally as well. So which really fits nicely with I suppose especially my work in terms of working mostly with autistic and neurodivergent young people and teens and adults, in that I'm already pinpointed in that direction because they've usually got different sensory experiences. And so I suppose I think about the stress that could be causing their body and their ability to kind of manage all that, if that's not kind of really well understood in all their environments, whether it's home or school or work or whatever. So so that's sort of that bottom up approach, is looking at what's going on underneath all of that. And then the top-down approach tends to be, I suppose, where some therapists can kind of go to straight away. And sometimes we think about skills and strategies, a bit too early on in the piece. But that's kind of that cognitive aspect, the thinking skill part of it, learning strategies, learning to do maybe some more independent emotion regulation strategies or whatever that might be. It's where the young person maybe can take some skills and kind of apply them. But that doesn't happen, that shouldn't happen straight away. I suppose, what this process says is that we can't be kind of doing a top-down approach, so just sort of teaching skills and strategies if the bottom aspect hasn't been attended to. So if we're not looking at neurology that's being well supported, if we're not looking at a child that's getting enough sleep or enough nutrients in their diet, or, is getting overstimulated or understimulated, and that's part of the kind of presentation. So we can't kind of go in totally from a doing therapy sort of skill development, especially depending upon the age of the child. But regardless, I think if we're not attending to those bottom-up approaches, then you're going to be really setting the young person up for failure and not getting the whole picture as well. So yeah, so just some of that language, the bottom-up approach, top-down approach, and how you can do both. But certainly starting from the bottom-up approach, starting from where they are developmentally, where they are physically, and those kinds of things. So just thought I would share that with you if that's not an idea that you've heard before. For me, it helps to really make it clear about what kind of intervention or what kind of support is being provided or being talked about. And, certainly I think, a lot of OT kind of interventions are more likely to sort of start from that bottom-up approach, which I think is really great because it's about looking at some of those sensory differences and making sure that's well regulated before we can expect any kind of other change to be implemented. So I'm going to keep enjoying this book because it's got some really great insights, and I really love the take on things, and it helps to kind of put what I do into that framework as well, and have a language to kind of explain that with families and young people as well. She talks a lot about also mindfulness and how that's a really useful skill, which again just resonates where I'm coming from, and getting kids into that process of becoming mindful of their own bodies and teaching them that skill of noticing, and that's kind of like a step on the way to developing those emotion regulation skills when they can practice that mindful awareness of their bodies and things like that. So that's all I wanted to share with you this afternoon. I've got, some more work to get done before kids finish for the day. And I just thought I'd come on and let you know about that. We will be covering some of those kinds of things. I've got a little link there to my Spectrum Steps group, which starts at the end of August, 21st of August, for any families that might be interested to come and do some group coaching with me, which is going to be in an online format. Jump on the link and check it out and see if it would suit you. But otherwise, have an amazing Friday afternoon. Enjoy the weekend now that we have a little bit more freedom here in St. Regis, and look after yourselves, and I will be back here next Friday afternoon. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.